Bibi Netanyahu gave a rallying speech to Congress focused on uniting the American lawmakers to support Israel's just war against terror. I believe he succeeded in this with a very clear, factual speech. He conveyed just how important it is for the U.S. to join Israel in defeating radical Islamic terror. But today, we're going to focus on just one line of Bibi's speech, my favorite line, about Iran's useful idiots. Yes, we're going to break this down for you. You can see the top players. Who's on that list? You might be surprised. Actually, names like maybe, Candace Owens. Yeah, interesting, right? Well, stay tuned. We'll break it all down right now. I'm Joshua, and this is the Israel Guys. Welcome back to the Israel Guys, where we believe in a world of anti-Israel propaganda and Jew hatred. You should have a direct connection to the land and people of Israel. If you've not yet subscribed, hit that notification bell, subscribe, get the comments going down below, guys. We got a lot to talk about today. Well, we're talking about Iran's useful idiots. I love that. Bibi's speech was overall very united. He was uniting both sides of the aisle in support of Israel, as we would think would be a no-brainer. Israel, America's greatest ally in the Middle East. This should be a no-brainer. There shouldn't be people boycotting Bibi's speech, but yet masses are boycotting Bibi's speech just last night. And we're going to break this down here, and I love the fact that Bibi hit this one nice, hard punch at the lefties, and it's so clear. It's just straightforward. So let's take a look at this, what Bibi says right here, the Iranian useful idiots speech.
Well, I have a message for these protesters. When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang gays from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising, promoting, and funding you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots.
All right, before we get to our list of the DC list of Iranian political useful idiots, we're going to look at agitators, really, that are trying to agitate American people, create conspiracy theories that are just completely, again, they're aiding this and fueling an anti-Israel, and even to the point where it's not so pro-Iran, but it's certainly helping the Iranian narrative. This is what Candace Owens says. She says that, and we'll play this clip. Just play this clip real quick, and we'll talk about it.
And that is why Bibi Netanyahu made sure to remind us when he took the stage that Iran almost killed Trump. Oh yeah, he knows that. Apparently, he must be in on these meetings, these briefings. How convenient, by the way. How lucky is Bibi Netanyahu? He wanted to go to war with Iran, and then at the exact same time, Iran tried to assassinate Donald Trump on live television. So now I guess we have to go to war with Iran. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Should Bibi Netanyahu buy a lottery ticket? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying that, because I guess I'm just supposed to be pro-Israel because, I don't know, AIPAC or something.
First off, that is completely false. That's not even what Bibi said. To paint the picture that Bibi Netanyahu somehow is a Jewish person that's pulling the world's strings is one very anti-Semitic thought. That's just not true. And the fact that Bibi doesn't want to go to war with Iran. Iran is the one saying we're going to blow every Jew off the face of the earth. And Bibi Netanyahu, as a strong Jewish person that wants to live, is saying no to that. Hey guys, we'll be right back. But first, Mogen-David-Adom is Israel's emergency medical service system responding to every terrorist attack, heart attack, car incident, and all throughout Israel. Since October 7th, MADA has lost 36 paramedics to terrorism, and 17 ambulances have been destroyed. Yet they have saved thousands of lives and continue to do so daily. Imagine a school bus filled with children is attacked by terrorists. An ambulance on a rescue mission is shot, or a playground is hit by a rocket fire. Amidst this chaos, MADA's 35,000 paramedics, EMTs, and first responders, 90% of whom are volunteers, are first on the scene, risking their lives to save others. Mogen-David-Adom needs your help. They are in need of new ambulances and medical supplies to continue their life-saving work. With resources stretched thin due to the ongoing threats from Hamas in the south and Hezbollah in the north, every dollar matters. Your support can provide the essential tools and training needed for Mada's heroes to continue saving lives. Click that link in the description below to support the critical work that Mada is doing. You can help save lives in Israel today. What I see with Candace Owens here is absolutely absurd, and this is what I would boil down. Anyone that tries to make Israel into the bad guy and somehow paint Iran as somehow not so bad and even okay. We don't want to go to war with Iran. Israel's actually the bad guy. Israel's the one causing all the trouble. Let's just say that if that's your goal is to create Israel to be the bad guy, Iran somehow now not so bad and even good, you have just joined, as Bibi Netanyahu quote would say, Iran's useful idiots. Okay, she's on the list. For me, she's on the list. Okay, because she has a huge voice, and now you're downing Israel so much so, and you're helping Iran. That's just straight up helping Iran, because now Iran has someone in America that's helping their agenda. We're not so bad. We're not so bad. They're the world fuel for terrorism. They're the fuel behind world terrorism. And Candace is going to say that actually Bibi's worse. No way. This is absolutely absurd. That's anti-Semitic as it gets. And of course, she would say, just anti-Semitic. No, this is idiotic. This is awful. I think she's joined the Iran's Useful Idiots Club. She's just achieved that badge with this latest, absolute absurdity that she's put out. Now, let's see what's actually going on. Protesters, while Bibi Netanyahu's speech is going on, protesters, just like Bibi talked about, and I love his useful idiot speech, are burning American flags just down the road. Look at this. There's a picture of a young lady. She's anti-Israel protester. She's wearing a keffiyeh, right? She's got a Hamas headband. She's not even trying to hide the fact that she thinks Hamas is the good guys, and they're gonna liberate. They're going to liberate what? They're going to liberate Hamas. Going to take over the world now. That she wants Hamas in America. Literally, this is on the streets of America. A big Hamas flag and a big Hamas headband across her face. All you can see is her eyes. And she was asked. Some reporter asked her if she supports Hamas. And she responded with that she simply supports the resistance. She supports the resistance. So this is going on outside of the speech. Bibi Netanyahu's inside, just outside the where the speech is going down. They got a big protest. Here's a video. This is pro Hamas protesters removing an American flag and replacing it with a Palestinian flag at Union Station. Okay, this is where the big protest is going down, Union Station. They're removing American flag. Okay, Bibi Netanyahu is speaking. There's no Israeli flag. They're not even pulling an Israeli flag. They're pulling an American flag down. Would you guys please get this? This is insane that these protesters are literally Iran's useful idiots. They are literally Iran's useful idiots. They don't even realize that if they're pulling American flag down, that's going to tell American people that they actually hate America. They're absolutely idiots to think that pulling an American flag down is going to somehow be good for their cause. Guys, would you understand what's going on? Bibi is completely correct. All of these people that are against Bibi are also against America. Would you wake up and understand the real situation behind what's going on? Iran's useful idiots could not display it and convey the concept better. Bibi Netanyahu is an absolute genius. And he understands what's going on the world stage. He understands what's going on in America. And he understands this anti-America is also anti-Israel. The anti-Israel group is aiding these people across the globe in their anti-Israel goal of wiping and obliterating Israel off the map, and then doing the same in America. These people that do not understand that and hate Israel and actually support the idea that the Jews are ruling the world and should be wiped off, or shouldn't be supported at least, are actually fueling the American destruction. Just like the supporters of Hamas hoping for and supporting the resistance. Resistance to what? Wiping off Israel first and then And then to America. All right, let's get to our list of political Iran's useful idiots. Then, a lot of people would disagree with the fact that they're on this list. But if you boycotted Bibi Netanyahu's speech, you are, again, by default, going along with Iranian ideas. Anti-Israel. If you're literally anti-Bibi, that means you're anti-complete victory of Israel over Hamas and its terror factions throughout Israel, throughout Lebanon, throughout the Arab world that Israel is at war with now. If you're against that, then you're for the other people, okay? It's very simple. If you're not standing with Israel, if you're actually fighting against Israel, you're boycotting Israel, then you're on the other side. All that are fighting against Israel are on one team. Israel stands alone with a large majority of the Republican Party. The Democratic Party, let's just go down through here. Roughly, this is according to Axios, roughly 100 House Democrats and 28 Senate Democrats were present in the chamber for the Israeli Prime Minister's speech. This means half of both caucuses were absent. Okay, so half of the Democrats are technically on this list of Iran's useful idiots. They're literally aiding Iran and fueling it, giving it the fuel they need to know that America stands with you. What kind of message is that? You literally are useful idiot. Iran's useful idiots. Those that are joining the Iranian propaganda to convince Americans that somehow Israel's bad, Iran's not so bad, and that they're terrorism, Hamas, the fact that somebody can walk through the streets of America with a Hamas headband on is a symbol that these people are actually powerful. This half of the House and Senate, this is really disturbing. It gives Iran the idea that they're okay, that America's not going to do anything crazy. They can run their terror units across the world and not be stopped. America's not getting in the way of that. Trump made it pretty clear that was going to be a problem if he got back in. I love that. Let's start off our list here. Those that were absent, starting off with, drumroll, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris boycotted the speech. Okay, she's on the list. Let's just put her down on the list as Iran's useful idiot. Iran would be thrilled with Kamala Harris as a ruler of America. Wouldn't they? Wouldn't that just be awesome for them? And so, yeah, here she goes. She's playing right into the narrative. Kamala Harris, top of the list. How about former Speaker Nancy Pelosi? Yes, right up there at the top, too. She's boycotting Netanyahu. Why in the heck are they boycotting Netanyahu again? Literally, once again, these people have no earthly idea. Maybe they do actually know. I'm not convinced that they don't know what they're doing. Literally, we have Iranian agents within America, and that's inside the Biden administration, and these people know that, and they're okay with it. Okay, so let's just say Iran's useful idiots. Iran wants to destroy America. That's very clear. They say it all the time. We have people outside the speech burning down American flags, pulling them down, replacing them with the resistance flag. Does that not sound anti-American? Yes, it's anti-American. Bibi stands for American principles. He's a democracy. He runs the only democracy in the Middle East. And you're going to boycott that while your people, the people that are going to vote for you, are down outside burning American flags. Yeah, that's this list. All right. So here we go. Iranian's useful idiots list continues with Senate majority, Whip Dick Durbin. We'll continue the list down with Senate President Pro Tem Patty Murray. We've got Bernie Sanders. He's actually Jewish. That's an insane reality. Elizabeth Warren, she also ran for president. And, of course, AOC. Of course, she's on the list. AOC. Now, these are just a few top Democrats that people know about, and I would, for sure, along with the other 100 or so that should be added to this list. We don't have time to go through the whole Iran useful idiots list, but that's where we're at today. All right, that's the Iran's useful idiots list that I've got, but I'm going to challenge you. Get it going down the conversation below in the chat, and go ahead and put who you think's also on this list. I'd like to see it. Let's get the conversation going down there about more names that should be added to Iran's useful idiots list, and I think this could be expanded pretty well. Let's get that chat going down there. Guys, in conclusion, pray for Israel during these hard times. And don't forget to support the Mogen David Dome. That link is right down in the description below. Thanks for watching. And as always, stop listening to the lies and propaganda and connect with the truth of what's happening here in the land of Israel. Christianity's in trouble. Every day our faith is attacked and often watered down. Those who are zealous for their faith are few in number, or they're not willing to speak up. Young people are leaving the faith of their childhood to chase the dreams of this world. If we look carefully at the Bible, however, we find that God gives us hope through an ancient prayer. The prayer unlocks the door to forgiveness and God's favor in our lives. It all goes back to the dedication of the temple in Jerusalem when Solomon prayed for the nations. Solomon prayed for you. Many times when Christianity is seeking repentance and revival, however, the key ingredient is left out: facing Jerusalem. Facing Jerusalem was written by Luke Hilton and Zach Waller, filled with their personal stories. This book paints a beautiful picture of how all believers should care about and recognize Jerusalem's key role in the redemption of the world. Purchase our book at facingjerusalemthebook.com or click the link in the description below. Enter the promo code Jerusalem for 10% off. Order your copy today and experience God's plan of redemption and blessing in your life. Just go to facingjerusalemthebook.com or click the link in the description below.